Hello, and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan, and I'll be your storyteller for the evening. When last we left the group, they were still settling into the Van Zandt estate in Alabama, New York. Cass, after spending some time with First, noticed a mysterious man walking towards the estate. Just who is he, and why is Leonard bleeding and Marci crying? These questions and more will be answered on tonight's episode of Exalted vs. World of Darkness, Friendly Neighborhood Exalts, episode 23, Gimme 3 Steps. This guy goes up to the door and knocks on the door. Glennie, you happen to be jumping down the stairs like a small child on Christmas Eve as there comes a knock on the door.
We'll immediately just open the door. Checking the people. Nothing.
Okay. As that you open up the door, you see the scruffy, bedraggled, and kind of stinky face of Terry in front of you.
Oh, hey, bud. How'd you get to this side of town? I'm glad to see you, bud. How are you doing?
Lenny, you're not going to believe what that I've been doing, what I've had to go through, the places that I had to do things in to find out where you lived.
I can only imagine. You didn't by chance find yourself in the Empire State Building, did you?
Oh yeah, bud, I was actually going to talk to you about that. I wanted to thank you for saving me.
Yeah, anytime. Well, come on in. You're probably cold, ain't you?
Yeah, it's real cold. He's walking in. He's in basically just hobo clothes.
Can I get you a change of clothes? Something fresh to wear? You hungry?
Oh, I'm always hungry. How's your dumpster looking?
So, I would assume that we have a compost bin having an Earth-aspected sister.
You most certainly do. Speaking of Earth-aspected sister, guess who just is about to flying dropkick Terry?
Yeah.
I mean, Cass did warn them over the radio that someone was approaching that she didn't know.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
For the sake of the scene, I am, however, going to say that Ava comes barreling over the railing of the third floor of the house and goes to dropkick Terry. And Terry just kind of goes, "Oh, holy crap. Is that an espresso maker 3000?" and just wanders into your kitchen, completely dodging the hit that was coming his way.
Ava, you've met Terry, right?
Leonard, what are you talking about? I don't know any of your friends from New York. Who is this hobo that you've dragged in here?
Oh, this is Terry. He's my best friend. We met at the soup kitchen I volunteer at. He tells me all of these great, wonderful things about what goes on in the city, and gives me insider information like worms rotting the apple. And just wait till I tell you about the big whites. And the bloop.
You can see as that Terry has made his way inside and to the espresso machine, he has opened up the hopper and begun eating the espresso beans raw.
Why?
Christina, as the Cass follows in stealthily as hell, you, on the other hand, see something completely different. This man has wandered over to the espresso machine and is fixing it?
We're fine fixing it.
It looks like that he's opened up the machine parts of it and has gone into it with a wrench and is doing something to it.
They see someone eating espresso beans. I see someone fixing the espresso machine.
Correct. Anyone who is in the anyone is welcome to come in on this scene, by the way.
Do I see Terry or do I see someone else?
You see someone else.
Okay, so I don't even know that he's pretending to be Terry.
No, you do not.
Cool. I'm gonna go up to him and look at him. Hey, who the hell are you?
Oh, you've met Terry?
Yeah, I've met Terry. I don't know who this guy is.
It's Terry.
No, it's not.
Not Terry looks over to Leonard and then to Cass. And Lenny, you see Terry scoop an entire handful of espresso beans into his mouth and say something along the lines of, "They're telling me, you can believe me, bright buddy with best friend."
It's the water spirit, isn't it?
Cass, you hear something completely different.
Okay.
What the Cass hears is, hey, I don't blow your fucking cover, don't blow mine. I'm working a gig here.
Cass just gives him a look. Because I assume she doesn't know that the thing with LARPing, that she can see through it and other people can't.
Listen here, I didn't blow your fucking cover when you were Professor Reese. Can you, like, help me out here a little bit?
I'm gonna look really hard at him, and I don't recognize him at all.
You do not recognize, looking really hard at him, he looks like one of the security guards that didn't get murked.
Alright.
Was he the one that I told to lay down on the ground and let me handcuff him?
Yes, he was. He was your buddy who kept dabbing at you.
He was my friend.
I just kind of give him one of those looks of, I don't know what's going on, but I'm watching you. And then I look back at Lenny not giving that expression, obviously. Sorry, Lenny, I must be really tired. Probably shoveling too much snow or something. See, I'm even skipping over my words. They're just all over the place. Maybe I just need some coffee if Terry will give me some of the espresso beans.
He just looks at you and goes, yeah, we'll talk. Everybody else hears, oh yeah, of course I can give your buddy some espresso beans. Hey Lenny, did I ever tell you about that time that I went to the moon with Stanley Kubrick?
Nah, what were y'all doing up there?
Oh, we were filming the moon landing.
Of course. I knew they staged it on the moon. Look, that's some real good setting right there. Like, you can't beat that. Not gonna get that in the studio. So of course they had to stage the moon landing on the moon. That makes sense.
Well, it's not really just that. It's that Stanley Kubrick's such a perfectionist that he insisted on actually shooting on location.
Dude, I wanted to walk into this scene, but I think I'm perfectly content just listening to the crazy that's going on.
Anybody who's on the scene is welcome to roll Perception plus Subterfuge at difficulty 9. So that basically means Cody, because Christina knows the secret.
Well, it's anyone who notices the lapse.
Technically, there's been some double speech going on, and there is a chance that Leonard might have noticed, so I'm going to have him roll.
I just wanted to give that as a reminder.
Cody, if you could give me Perception plus Subterfuge, difficulty 9. 3d10. All right.
No.
Okay, so the thing that might have happened does not happen. Terry continues to talk to you, as Terry would, explains about how Stanley Kubrick is such a perfectionist. He also explains his theory on how that AI, the movie from Steven Spielberg, was actually, and I believe this is actually true, was actually written originally by Stanley Kubrick and was supposed to be Stanley Kubrick's attempt at making a Steven Spielberg movie. Because weirdly, those two were actually really close friends, despite having completely different cinematic hot takes on like how cinema should work.
Yeah, that's real interesting, Terry. But what brings? Did you come to celebrate Christmas with us?
Oh yeah, I totally came to celebrate Christmas with you. I just couldn't wait to hold out. There's just been a convergence going on. Cass, you actually hear the same thing.
Okay.
He is no longer double talking, though he has calmed down his gesticulation. Lenny, I hate to be the Delphi of bad news for you, bud, but could you go finish up your friend's work doing the snow?
Oh yeah, I can do that real quick.
He thumbs ups you and turns to Cass and like motions towards like a private room.
I'm gonna go with him.
It's concerning how much he knows about my house,
isn't it? So he goes into a private room there, locks the door, and then drops the assumed identity and looks you in the eye.
I assume all I see is just a mild like shimmer or something.
More or less, yeah. You just see a mild shimmer as the dynamic LARPing drops, and he looks to you and he adjusts his tie and just like, all right, so I was actually coming up here to thank you. I didn't realize that you were the same as me. This is really weird.
So,
you're about to ask how long this has been going on, right?
Well, it's one of those things of how I'm new to this, so how come I could see you? It was a little hazy, but like I could still plainly see you, but everybody else saw Terry. Like I know how mine works, but does that work with everyone who's like me?
Yeah, pretty much. If you do one of those things, if you pretend to be someone else, Everybody that isn't one like us sees you.
Huh. Interesting. I haven't really met anyone else like me yet.
Oh well. What title did you choose from the Fates?
Like my official title?
Yeah, your official title.
Are we supposed to tell people that?
Yeah, that was always like a big deal. That's how that we identify ourselves.
Veiled Fragment of Etched Moments.
Holy shit, that is way cooler than mine.
What's yours?
Okay, you're not allowed to laugh at me.
I make no promises, but I will try.
Okay, so my like super secret spy name is James Bond.
Original.
It was the only thing I could think of. It happened while I was getting beat up in the cinema.
Were you seeing a movie with James Bond in it?
I was.
That makes sense. Maybe we can think of something better later. It could change.
No, it's all official. The paperwork's been done.
Right.
You know how they are about paperwork.
More or less.
Yeah, so to explain, this happened probably about 2 months ago. So I cleaned up a little bit. But I've been using the Terry persona. I mean, technically that's still my name, but it's not who I identify with. It's weird how that works, right?
So you've been Terry this whole time, or you're just currently pretending to be Terry?
No, I've been Terry this whole time, but once that I switched to being James Bond, Terry stopped really being a thing, but I could identify as my old self.
So how come I can tell now who you are, but I couldn't before?
Because this thing happened to me 2 months ago. Your thing, if I recall, happened in September. Mine happened at the end of October.
That makes sense. Brain's wasn't aligning timelines quite right, but that makes sense.
It's fine. You've been in the New York cold, and you guys have been just absolute fantastic to watch. I love it. You're all an inspiration.
Well, I also kind of mess with time, so maybe my perception of it is a little weird sometimes.
Yeah, have you been getting like yelled at by the city and or other people about how that you've broken some sort of fucking law? Yeah, that's been happening to me too.
It's neat to meet somebody else like me.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to come and check on Leonard. I hadn't seen him in a little bit. It's really nice having a salary again. I'm gonna be honest.
What department do you specialize in?
Right now I'm specializing in spiritual affairs. Serenities.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I've been my ability to scrounge up food and everything has been really helpful. I've been out in the woods in rural New York. I was actually out helping a tribe of Guru the other day.
Guru?
Shapeshifters, werewolves. Yeah,
vernacular a little better.
Yeah, werewolves are totally real. Yeah, they kind of captured me. It was an accident. I was I got in the wrong dumpster right after the whole Exalted thing, and not Exalted thing. Shit, he doesn't say that. After the whole cinema incident, because I was hungry, and there was some guy who said that he is a gnar of bones who captured me and then brought me to his tribe, saying that I was some kind of devil beast.
Gnar of bones?
Yes, like he gnaws on bones. That's how he identified.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. It's a little rough out there just being by myself.
I mean, I guess I got lucky and ended up with all these people.
Yeah, having the support group's real good. But I mean, Leonard's always been good to me too. But I'll never forget that. So can you maybe keep it on the down low? I want Leonard to still treat me as just Terry. I don't want to be. It's not that I don't appreciate your crew, but like I kind of got this thing going on with the Guru, like that's kind of been real useful. They're talking about the Red Star and everything. Like they're gearing up for an apocalypse, and I'm not here to help, but I'm here to help protect people.
Fair. I mean, as long as you don't give me a reason not to say something to him. But I also don't think he would believe it either.
Lenny's a real trust and soul, and I love him for it. But yeah, I know you're not going to forget that I was here, but just let him know that after dinner today, I'll be out of your hair for a bit.
I'll say you're going to go visit some other some other friends, that you made some new friends that you could spend time with while he's here or something like that.
Technically not a lie. The best kind of lie.
Yep. It's pretty true.
Yeah, if I figure out any other stuff, you'll be the first one I get in contact with then. I haven't met anyone else like us. I was honestly really surprised when you started asking who the hell I was, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, okay, so just to clarify, why... Brendan, you said he was at the heist, right?
Yes, he was.
Why were you just following us when you were at the museum, or?
I was doing some work for some. Yes, I was asked to follow you. I'm sorry.
By who?
He kind of. So listen, I hadn't had a whole lot of money in a while, so I kind of took a job from the first person who came to me. It's from this lady Olivia, real rich lady. Approached me in the dark a little bit after the theater incident.
Olivia got a last name?
According to the check that she wrote me, which, by the way, had like 6 digits on it, it's Jameson.
Brendan, I assume that name doesn't sound at all familiar to me, right?
It does not currently.
It will eventually. Can you describe her to me?
Pale, red hair, has a lot of money, dresses like she doesn't, like she has too much money. I went to her office. It was nice. Hadn't been up that high on the One World Trade Center before, so that's a interesting thing.
You said she had red hair?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you think she's dangerous? Because I might have to investigate her if she's...
Oh, incredibly.
Lovely. Well, wouldn't be the first time. Anything else you can kind of tell me? Any weird vibes you got from her? Do you think she's like us?
No, I don't think that she's like you. I think that she's something else. I asked my new buddies out in the force about him. Those guys said that she's worm tainted. I don't know what that really means, but like that's what they said.
Worm tainted. Why does that sound familiar? I guess I'll just have to figure it out.
But that really hasn't been a whole lot. I'm sure you all figured this out, but do not go in the fucking subway. Shit is going down in there.
Yeah, I wish I could give you more information about it, but I don't know what's safe to tell people.
Well, that's fair. I'll, if you get anything, he kind of whips out a smartphone and just kind of looks at you and is like, here's my number, and basically does the thing to give people, your number.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my phone and let them know I don't get service out here. Unless
that's fine. Once we're back in New York trying to fix this shit up, we can figure things out. If you get any info on it, just let me know.
I'll do my best.
Okay. And with that, Terry leaves to go and hang out and scrounge through the fridge like a real human being. While at the same time, Leonard is outside singing a sweet home tune as Simple Man Freebird is providing a backup. Every now and again, he's just like, bark, 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 bark.
Wonderful.
I'm glad that you like this rendition.
Yeah.
Hardy, was there anything before that you got out before you got forced to shovel snow? Is there anything that you wanted to do?
Not that I can think off the top of my head.
Okay, I wanted to ask because things are about to get serious real fucking quick.
Yeah.
So, Leonard, you're out there with Simple Man Freebird. You're singing a Sweet Home country tune and shoveling snow. The trees shake with the sudden gust of wind as the blizzard picks up a little bit more. And your cast mark begins to itch.
Well then.
You know that you are far enough away from Liv that he does not bother you. You look around, and he's certainly not coming out to greet you or help you in this endeavor. The cast mark continues to itch.
Liv, much like Watergate, does not bother you.
Ah.
Wanna roll a perception?
Alertness check?
Yeah, I can do that.
Difficulty is going to be 7 because the blizzard's giving you a little bit of trouble with visibility.
1 success.
All right. Let me roll a stealth check on this character.
4 successes.
Wow, how did you... Well, it's 3, so you didn't call it exactly.
Oh, so the DC's higher than 6?
Yeah, I wanted to give them the same DC. Because, snow crunching and everything.
I tried guessing. On a normal roll, I would have been right.
Lenny, you continue to shovel snow. You can, as that, whatever it is approaching, continues to get closer. Your cast mark itches more and more than you've ever felt it, even around Liv. It gets to the point that it is hard not to try and scratch it.
I'm gonna look up and put my mask on. I know it doesn't help, but it's my crime fighting mask.
There you go. So then you'll get once you go in, once you go into combat, you will get like basically, hey, there's a creature of darkness.
Look, mister, I don't know where you are, but I'll give you 3 steps. 3 steps towards that door.
Is this what it is tonight? That what we're doing?
I knew you were gonna get it.
You put that mask on, and while that it doesn't activate just yet, Cody, please make me a perception and alertness roll at difficulty 8.
Oh wait, alertness is one of my excellences.
Oh well, shit.
I'm gonna spend an essence and a willpower.
Oh well, shit.
Said it was difficulty 8.
Yes.
So 2.
I'm going to say that that's enough to see the attack coming, which means that you get. Well, I'm gonna roll their stealth again. This one is going to be at a difficulty 7 because they're, you know that they're there, but they're still using the blizzard to cover them. Oof. You do not see the attack coming, meaning that you would not get the opportunity to defend.
But I can spend an essence and be ready in 8 directions and counter after they finish hitting me.
That is completely correct. Are you going to do that?
Yes.
Here comes the attack. I will describe it to you in just a moment. That is 10 successes. 10 successes of knives that are being thrown from all over you. Like, suddenly there is a dome of knives that are just coming in at you. And as the knives are thrown, you can hear a man's voice echoing through and just goes, "Now come on there, little buddy, you're not gonna stop me from going where I want to go. I'm here to escort the little old lady." And the knives come in, Cody.
So it's 10. My stamina is 4, so I soak 4 of that?
You have to actually roll for it.
Oh, gotcha.
And I have to actually roll damage.
Gotcha. Because I've got no defense, so I'm just eating it, right?
Correct. Because you had no idea this was coming. It is going to deal 7 damage to you before soak.
I want to soak 2 of it.
Wow, that's some lethal.
I'm only injured.
From 6 damage? Or from 5 damage?
Yeah, bud, ox body.
Oh, right. Okay. You now see the silhouette of a man, in the snow in front of you. You have no idea how that he managed to basically 360-degree throw knives at you and still be about 20 feet away from you, but he's there now, and you know that his presence is there.
I'm gonna pull the knife out of my shoulder and just look at him. I see you still haven't taken those 3 steps, though.
There is a form next to him that starts moving forward, and he just kind of... Well, if you want to try and stop me, kid, you're welcome to.
When you say form,
This
how
is a JoJo
real
shit,
is
isn't
this
it, Brendan?
form? Are we gonna have a stand battle?
No, there is a form that's leaning over. It looks like it's a little bit hurt, but it's looking to just start walking towards the house. The blizzard is obscuring anything else. Like, a lot of finer details are missed right now.
Heard. Well, I'm gonna take the knife and close the distance for that counterattack.
Okay.
And knives are dexterity based.
Yes, dexterity and melee.
What's his defense?
Oof. His defense is going to be 10 dice. That's 5 for Cody and 0 for this guy.
Yes, and because I've only attacked one opponent this turn, that 5 is doubled when it comes to damage.
Correct? Go ahead.
So Lenny's just gonna walk up to the guy, pulling the knife out of his shoulder, and go to cut a motherfucker with his own damn knife. 3 damage before soak.
Okay, so now that you are this close to this person, you get up close to this man who is there is standing in the snow, uncaring about the weather, in jeans, wingtip shoes, and a bowling shirt that is open across his chest. You've never seen this man before, but he looks vaguely familiar. Like there's some sort of familial resemblance to someone that you know. He has an unhinged look to him, and as that he blocks with a leather or with a metal bracer that he had underneath his bowling shirt, he goes to grab the knife out of your hand with a strength roll, with a contested, just straight strength roll, or I guess strength and athletics, difficulty 6. He gets 3 successes. He is unable to get it, and he just kind of... No wonder my little niece keeps you around. You're so very useful. Go on, girl. You can get back to your home. I think that I've completed my mission. And the woman who's walking by just walks over and smacks you upside the head, the way your mama would have smacked you.
Ma?
Leonard, what in the hell are you doing trying to attack my escort? You know I just got back from Bangladesh. And this sweet young man just wanted to escort me through the blizzard.
Well, but Ma...
But Ma what?
My forehead says he's a bad guy and he was sneaking... What am I supposed to do?
You're in a blizzard, Mr. Van Zant. Of course he's sneaking. He's trying to be quiet. What would happen if we attracted some temperamental air spirits? She smacks you across the head again.
But why does he make my forehead itch?
Oh, well, I could probably explain that a little bit. I've been meaning to come by and see my niece. And Miss Van Zant did say that she's staying with you all. So can I get through? Hi, nice to meet you. Name's Dylan.
I fucking knew it! God damn it!
Do you let them pass?
No, I'm gonna stop my mom from going into her own house.
I mean, your choice, bud. Your fucking funeral.
I'm gonna give Ma a big hug. I'm glad you're home. I was worried.
It's nice to see you, too.
And then, follow them back inside.
So at this point, the whole group is gathered, and Mama Van Zant and Dylan Bartello come in. Marci, as soon as that you see your uncle, one of your ghosts starts freaking the fuck out.
I'm still wearing the stuff. Which ghost?
The one that you couldn't, until now, really focus on.
Ooh.
But now that you're looking at your uncle, and then you look at the ghost, you notice that a lot of their features are really similar.
Oh no.
The ghost is very unhappy. It's screaming.
I can't hear it, because my glasses and beanie don't let me hear them. I'm gonna look at the area where the ghost is at, and just kind of like perk a brow, and then like look at my uncle, and like point at the area that the ghost is at while looking at my uncle and being like, can you see this? And why is it freaking out?
I don't know what you're talking about, Marci, darling. How have you been?
Okay. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, this lovely filly asked me to escort her back home, because of the blizzard and everything. The lady who he has escorted in blushes just in time for eight grown women to come running down the stairs, screaming, "Ma, you're back!" and basically jump tackle them.
Hey, Brendan.
Yes.
Am I nearby?
Yes, you are.
How does, is Dylan a weirdo to me?
How do you mean?
Does he feel, odd or similar? Obviously he's a weirdo, but is he, You said a ghost freaked out when he got around, and he made Lenny's head itch. Is he an abyssal?
He He is something similar to you, but not exactly.
Is he different than when we saw him in the alleyway?
Yes, he is. Not physically different. He's still keeping up all of his mannerisms and everything, but there is something off about since the last time you saw him in Alumni Week. You know, the whole creature of darkness thing.
Yeah, I get that now.
He looks over to Mama Van Zant, who is currently in a cuddle pile of 8 of her daughters. And he just goes, "So, Miss Indiana Van Zant, how much should I tell the kids?"
I'm gonna look at both of them very confused and, not sure what's going on.
Did I hear Indiana Van Zant?
You did hear Indiana Van Zant.
So, if my ghost is freaking out, they're still staying by me, but, freaking out? Or did they,
They're still staying by you and freaking out. There are some, there's some cutlery that's rattling.
What about my other ghost? Is he just chilling?
He's just chilling, watching what's happening. There's a muffled, "Yeah, go ahead, tell the kids whatever you want." So, Dylan is going to walk past everyone, and go straight to Marci. "All right, Marci, dear, don't take this the wrong way, but I just wanted to let you know, and this might hit a little hard, but your uncle's dead."
What?
Yes, your uncle died a couple months ago. He had he had a very bad time in the subway system. Thought he could take out whatever was down there.
Who are you?
I am a name that cannot be spoken aloud.
My motherfucking demon.
Yes,
course.
actually.
Of course he's a demon.
Yes, actually, that is actually very on point. I am a fallen angel possessing your dead uncle's corpse.
God damn it, Brendan!
What? Miss Van Zant said that I could tell everything, and it's not like I'm bound to Lucifer, so whatever.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be in the corner pulling knives out of myself.
The ghost that's been haunting me is my uncle.
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna call it now. Brendan's gonna fuck my family sideways. I can feel it in my bones.
What gives you that fucking idea, Tyler?
Oh man, my normal family from Wisconsin. I know it's coming, Brendan. You haven't fooled me.
So wait.
The way that I will fool you is by not doing it.
That could be. That would be surprising.
So, going back to the person talking to me, so was that you or my uncle that talked to me back during Alumni Week?
Alumni Week, your uncle was still there. He thought that he could take on whatever was in the subway. He was wrong. I came in and made sure that this form didn't go to waste.
Marci is going to have a very hurt expression on her face.
The thing that is puppeting your uncle looks to you and goes, "I promise you, Miss Bartello, I didn't take I didn't kill him. I was running from something else, and your uncle was there, and his form called to me, and I took charge for what it matters. All of his memories of you, all of his stuff has suffused with my own personality, and I still hold a great respect and love for you. I'm sure that it's not the same, but for what it matters, you're the best way I can put it is, he speaks with air quotes, you're my niece, and I would protect you the way that he would."
Marci's just gonna nod, not quite sure how to take all this information in. She's also gonna look towards the ghost of her uncle, now that she knows. Is he still freaking out?
He is being consoled by the other ghost.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna look back to him and be like, right. Thank you, I guess? This is a lot to process.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Indiana still has some things to say to you all. The girls have finished jumping on their mother and enjoying the comfort of knowing that their mother is alive, despite the fact that she looks beat to hell. She stands up and she looks to you all and goes, "All right, good day, y'all. Which one of y'all is the best cook besides my girls? I could really use a good pot of coffee if any of y'all know one."
Cass, who's just been sitting, flipping through a book, occasionally looking up at the weirdness that's going on, just points to Liv. He's got a caffeine problem. He could probably make a good cup of joe.
I do consume a lot of coffee.
All right then, cutie. If you could get your patootie into gear and make Mama a cup of coffee, I'd real appreciate that.
Liv's kind of just like has a hard time like fighting against this, and when he's like staying in this woman's home, so I guess he goes and makes some coffee.
The girls kind of congregate around as coffee is brewed and everything goes on.
At some point after I make Mama Van Zandt a cup of coffee, I'm probably gonna like heal Cody or roll medicine to help patch up Cody.
Okay, yeah, that's a good call. Do that. Difficulty 6.
Okay.
And I also said that Marci's probably just kind of finds herself a seat and is like staring off into space, occasionally looking between like her ghost uncle and her not uncle, and then the rest of the people, and just kind of trying to process her favorite uncle / person, mentor, whatever, just being dead.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Cody will have healed 3 lethal plus whatever his regular exalted healing rate is.
Do I feel any weird fuzzy feelings from having actually, like, prevented someone's potential death?
You get a little bit
notable to everyone because
you get a little bit of a feeling, but you know that given Leonard's physique and the fact that he has ox body technique, he wasn't as close to death as you think he was.
Yeah,
right.
A regular ass person would be dead.
It's pretty notable, though, from like anyone who's been around Liv for a period of time, that like normally Abyssal shouldn't be able to like provide like mending or aid. Not really a thing they do.
Aw, how sweet.
Telling Demon Daddy to fuck off for us.
While that Mama Van Zandt sips her coffee, Dylan, or the thing puppeting Dylan, looks around and just goes, "Well, do you all have any questions for me before I secede the floor to Miss Van Zandt?"
1, what are you? 2, how did you guys meet?
Well, I'm I believe I already said this, but and I mean this with the utmost sincerity and not saying this as he kind of looks around and like pushes a hand through his nice dark hair. A thing on how that my appearance looks, but I'm a fallen angel. And as far as how I met Miss Van Zandt, she came through a portal through, the best that I could tell, it was a hell dimension. Beat up worse than what that she is now. It took me a month to patch her up. And all that she could think about and say, and he looks around at the girls and at Leonard, is, "I just hope that my family's okay after what that we did." Mama Van Zandt blushes and stands up and smacks Dylan. "Dylan, I told you not to say things like that. Don't go blabbing a young lady's secrets." She sits down with a sigh and looks to you all. "Now listen here, I apologize about everything that's gone on, and I see what that this has caused to my family, not just my girls, but my boy. Didn't think you had it in you, Leonard, to become like us, but you showed everyone. You're better."
Nah, Ma. I'm just an angel.
Leonard, you're precious, and I always told you to read those books, and you never did. You always just wanted to play with your dog. And I'm gonna let you know right now, you're not an angel. I mean, you're my angel, but you're not an angel.
That's not what the big guy in heaven told me.
Dylan kind of laughs and he goes, "Yeah, but if you were an angel, I'd fucking remember you."
To be fair, I don't remember seeing you in heaven either.
That's because we rebelled to give people free will.
That's not what my Religion 101 teacher told me.
Yeah, well, your Religion 101 teacher's wrong.
Yeah, he probably was. He was wrong on a lot of stuff. He said other religions existed, and that it wasn't just one god. Crazy.
Mama Van Zant and Dylan kind of look, and then look to you and just go, yeah, we'll deal with that later. Mama takes a moment and looks to you all and just goes, do y'all remember about 3-4 months back? We had, there was a big old planet-wide communications interruption. Happened about September.
Yep.
That was us. We did a thing that we regret. I, as the head of the Van Zant family and the rest of the other dragon-blooded families of the world, got together and decided to unleash the Black Vault up in the Himalayas. There were some other consequences to that, though. We woke up the Guardian.
Cass is just sitting there waiting for her to elaborate more, because this all sounds like we're missing a huge chunk of it.
There was an old creature guarding the vault. We had to let it free before we could let the things out to save the world. It was the only thing. It was what we had been tasked with, was to guard the Black Vault and never open it. Well, with all the signs and portents coming due, the Red Star and what have you, the Gru getting up in arms, the Knight Society getting all crazy about Wormwood, the Order of Reason getting much more violent as the insane and the dark and depraved started to become more common. We had to open up a thing. We didn't realize there was a guardian to it, though. Something called, well, in the old speech, it was Zapathosora. Anyone who has a cult and has been reading in the Van Zant library, you are welcome to give me an intelligence and occult roll at a difficulty of 7. That includes Christina, who might enjoy this.
I only got 1 success.
I got 2.
Wow. So Marci doesn't know this, but Cass and Liv do recognize the name of Zapathosora as an alias for another creature that is written down about the Knight Society. A creature called Ravnos.
Why?
I didn't read the right books.
What do you mean, why?
Never mind. I'll talk about it later.
Mama Van Zant then goes on to describe how that the Order of Reason and the Far East bloodsuckers, the will workers of the East, and the tradition mages, as well as demons from the far-reaching hells, all came together to destroy this one being. She describes a battle that lasts for 3 days and requires 5 nuclear weapons, experimental technocracy weapons, 3 demons from Atlantis, and a bunch of foot soldiers getting wiped out before this thing could get taken down. When her story concludes about the horrors of that day, how that the sun never set even when it should have, because of the amount of explosions and gunfire and magic coursing through the air, it dawns on you all that the Order of Reason had covered it up as saying that it was a simple nuclear explosion in the Rupur district of Bangladesh. No, they had awoken something from before the antediluvian floods. They had woken something up from the time of the Old Testament and Cain. And it took all of their combined might to take down one of these. And Cass, you know from the information that you've gotten and your time in the Van Zant library that another one of these is in existence real close by.
Are we talking about Sewer Zamisi?
We are talking about Sewer Zamisi.
I'm gonna look at her. She's done talking now, right?
Yes, she is done talking now.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, well, that's one. There's another one in the sewers. That's probably who Uncle Dylan ran into.
That's definitely who that Uncle Dylan ran into. Yeah, that was not a good time.
But yeah.
Now then, kids, I just realized Koji mentioned he's going to the bathroom, so I should probably wait for him.
Nah, the reason I was just like, what? Because Zath Pazura is a Ravnos thing, which is Ravnos is one of my favorite clans.
Yes, I'm literally talking about canon Week of Nightmares bullshit. Because the time that canon-wise for Old World of Darkness, that the Dragon-Blooded decide to unleash the Black Vault, which is where all of the other exaltations are stored, lines up exactly with the Week of Nightmares, which is when that Ravnos comes out and just starts fucking up India. I'm sorry, Bangladesh. I understand that this is a lot to drop on you guys all at once.
Dude, you killed my uncle.
I didn't kill your uncle. Zamisi killed your uncle.
And Ravnos tried to kill Cody's mom.
Ravnos did try to kill Cody's mom. Yo, third generation vampires are nothing to fuck around with.
I mean, it's not the only one. There's other ones.
And we're just glancing over the fact that my friend isn't telling me about my best friend being a sidereal.
We are just glancing over that, yes.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
I mean, it's not like he's dead and got possessed by a demon, so it's a little different.
Ouch.
Yeah, he's just possessed by an angel.
Just like me, totally what's happening.
Mama's back, and after finishing telling you all the story about how that she escaped Bangladesh and all of that kind of stuff, she turns to you all and she just goes, well, how can I help y'all? Y'all are the, she... Knowing how Exalted are, she can tell not necessarily maybe what that some of you are, but definitely what that Leonard and Marci are. There's a feeling about them that the Dragon-Blooded get. I know y'all are meant to lead. So how can we support?
Stay safe while I punch you to death.
You know that's not how we do this.
Well, Ma, you asked the question. I love you. I don't want you getting hurt. Again.
We need to be able to fight the good fight, Lenny.
Hey, Brendan.
Yes.
Out of character question. I still have that throwaway cell phone for calling my uncle, one use for reasonable weapons. Would that still work with Demon Uncle?
Yes, but it might also just summon the Demon Uncle to do, like, combat for you as a summon.
Damn it, Brendan.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Mama Van Zant looks around to all of you. So what's y'all's plan? What are y'all gonna do? I mean, after this winter break's over.
Mama, you told me when I was young to come sit beside you and listen closely to what you said, because it'll help me some sunny day. Troubles will come and they'll pass, but we're gonna do what we always do. We're just gonna be a simple kind of hero.
You know, Leonard, I appreciate that. As an old lady that I am, in my middle ages of 750 years old.
Holy shit.
Yo, Dragonbloods
Welcome
live
to
a fucking
Dragonblooded.
long time. I did mention that she was around during the Middle Ages when she was still young.
It explains why the house is so big. She probably had so many kids since then.
Probably, yeah. But Leonard, I've been living on the edge so long, where the winds of limbo roar. And I'm young enough to look at, and far too old to see. I really appreciate what you're doing here, Leonard. Taking the fight. Because all the scars are on the inside. Because I'm not sure there's anything left in me.
Ma, that's the most poetic thing that I've heard since you whipped me for going out to see Curtis Lowe perform.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Cody, that's so deep. That's deep, yeehaw, Lord. That's also a Leonard Scared song.
Oh, jeez.
Cody, Lenny's dad was a real Mr. Breeze.
Yeah.
Listen here, if you guys are gonna if you guys are gonna quote yeehaw songs at me, I'm gonna quote fucking prog rock songs at you.
That's fair. Okay, I've actually never heard that song.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't fear the Reaper.
And that's where the end now. Hey guys, Brendan here with a few announcements. First, we're still running our small competition from now until May 9th, 2021. I will be giving bonus experience to the players in my next campaign from listener participation. How do you help them become like a dragon-blooded? Well, that's simple. Either comment on Facebook posts or tweets of our episodes with your answers to these simple questions. What was the naming scheme for our heist episodes? That's episodes 11 through 16. And what was the theme for our latest story arc? That's episodes 17 through 21. Every correct answer will get our players an extra bonus experience at game start. Second is that our theme song for this game is Epic Blockbuster 2 by Raphael Crux. Other music in this episode was provided by Kevin MacLeod, Kai Angle, David Hillowitz, Midair Machine, and Alexander Nakarada. If you liked what you heard, subscribe to us on your podcatcher of choice. Let your friends, family, and pets know about our wacky shenanigans, and help us teach Skynet that even small podcasts can succeed with a few likes and reviews. And finally, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so take some stunt die.